friends, today we're going to do a little quickie for the hips and open up into the hips. A little practice you can do in 10 minutes or less to find a little bit of release from your stress. So everything that we're going to do in this class today is going to be seated. So you don't need any special props. If you want to have a blanket handy or two, you certainly can. I'm not going to use any props today, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Exactly how I am, in your crisscross applesauce shape. So just a nice easy pose, as a matter of fact, Sukhasana easy pose. Now we're going to center and come into our practice here. So just let your eyes be soft or completely closed. And just follow your breath. Let everything else start to melt away. Just follow the in and the out of the breath. Feel your shoulders fall away from your ears. Release any tension you might have in your jaw. And then allow your eyes to blink open. Now take a look down at your legs. Remember which leg is in front. Mine is the right. So from here, we're going to take a nice, easy hip opener right where we're sitting. So extend your legs out nice and long in front of you. Flex the toes back towards your feet and shake out your legs from sitting in that crisscross shape. We're going to bend the knee and place the right foot on top of the left knee. And I'm going to use my hands to help support me. Flex the right foot so the knee or the toes come back towards the knee. And then from here, you decide how deep this pose is by either walking your heel back and starting to scooch your booty forward and coming as far forward as works for you to start to feel something in this hip. Now be careful not to round into this pose, because that's not really going to help you find that deep stretch that you want. So you want to keep the back nice and flat, almost using the hands behind you to lift you up and hinging. So bringing the ribs, like there's a magnet on your ribs and your thighs, bringing your ribs closer to your thighs here. Now, if you're not feeling anything here, and you have a deeper range of motion in your hips, you can take this a little bit further by releasing that left knee down and hooking your left elbow around the foot, right elbow around the knee, and then let that left leg come low. The trick here is you need to stay sitting upright. A lot of times when we come to this pose, we start to fold in on ourselves. You want to stay up nice and tall. So whichever version of this shape feels better to you. Now from here, we're just going to release that bottom foot, keep that right leg crossed over the left, and then wrap your left elbow around the right knee and look out over the right shoulder. Come all the way back through center, and then just go ahead and extend that right leg nice and long. Hoo-wee. So let's open up those shoulders a little bit. We're going to bring that right arm across the left and just hook the elbow. Take a nice big stretch here. Sit up nice and tall. We'll take 3 breaths. Now we're going to release this right hand around behind, bend the elbow and bring the back of the hand to your back. Take the left hand and just cup those fingers. So you're just grabbing behind, and then slide that fist over into the left hip and maybe peel that left elbow behind like a little chicken wing. So it's a nice stretch. Good, go ahead and release. Let's try the left side. So we're just going to find that seated figure 4, or that seated pigeon. So again, crossing the left ankle over the right knee, flexing the toes. I turn my fingers behind me just to find some ease in my wrists here. Sit up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders. If you wanted to take that option to hook the arms and slide that leg long, you can take that as well. Take about 5 breaths here. You can allow your eyes to close, scan through your body, notice if you're holding on to any tension. Go ahead and walk yourself back. Extend that right leg long, bring that left foot to the floor on the outside, and just hook your right elbow over the left knee. Look out over the back shoulder. Come on, back through center. Remember at the beginning, I told you to remember which leg was in front. So now you're going to sit in your easy pose with that opposite leg across. So for me, it's the left leg. And then I'm going to take that left arm across, reach my fingers over towards the right, sit up nice and tall, and take 3 breaths. At the end of that 3rd breath, we're going to find that chicken wing. So bring that left arm, bend the elbow, bring that hand around to your back, and then scoop that right arm around, grab onto those fingers, and then bring that fist into the right side. Peel the right arm back, open up. So for most of us, we carry our tension in our shoulders or our hips or both, even our jaw. This is a really great quick practice, just a series of stretches you can do just about anywhere. All you have to do is find a place to sit. You can even do it in a closet. I've done it in a closet. Sometimes in some of those office buildings, supply closets are pretty roomy. Nice, and then just go ahead and release. Give that a shake out. And for our final shape in this little series here, we're going to find our seated butterfly pose. So bring the soles of the feet together. So planting your feet nice and close here, and then peel open your foot like the pages of a book. So the pinky toe side of the feet are glued together and the arches are open. Then you can take your feet or your fingers, your thumbs, and slide them into the arch and up towards the toes. And that really works to release a lot of stress. And then press the thumbs into that meaty part right underneath the ball of the foot, the acupressure point. Let the knees fall open. And then from here, you can stay here if this is enough of a stretch, or you could start to hinge forward, reaching your heart towards your feet. So you may be very bendy. You might have the ability to come all the way down onto the mat with that flat back, and that's perfect. If you're somewhere in between, like most of us, you're going to find that your limitation for bending is going to create this kind of rolling of the back. We want to keep the back nice and flat here. So think of reaching long out of the crown of the head, and you don't have to go deep. It's just as far as you need to go to get a stretch. Using the hands to come on back up. Use the hands to bring the knees together. Find a few side-to-side windshield wipers. Get everything flowing again. And that's it. That's all you need to do to release stress. 10 minutes or less. Super easy pose to do. Thank you for joining me on the mat. Have a fabulous rest of your day. Namaste.